Q is one of several texts named with a letter that don't exist, but that you can buy critical editions of on Amazon somehow. So the idea is, and this is kind of outdated now, but there was a time where this was the going thing. Like maybe in the 70s and 80s, I think this was really the going thing. There are sayings of Jesus in St. Matthew's Gospel and St. Luke's Gospel that are essentially identical, like exact words in Greek. And so the theory was, well, if this is people remembering, right? St. Luke says he talked to sources and stuff. St. Matthew's remembering. If they're just remembering, and especially if Jesus wasn't always speaking in Greek, why would you have the exact same Greek words? And so then the theory to explain that was, well, there was this mysterious text called Q, which was short for quell in French, that was just all of those sayings. No narrative. It's just all of those sayings. And both St. Matthew and St. Luke looked at that and took sayings out of it, took the wording of sayings out of it for their gospels. That's the theory. That was the theory. And then, as is usual, back in the goofy days of New Testament scholarship is a lot better now. Old Testament scholarship is still horrible, but so then they even started making other arguments based on that. So like they said, well, hey, look, we've got this thing, the Gospel of Thomas, and it's just sayings with no narrative. That must mean it's as old as Q, which doesn't exist. This, that we have no actual evidence of, right? And so then they started arguing based on that, like the Jesus Seminar guys, that the Gospel of Thomas was older than the canonical gospel. And the argument was literally, well, it looks like Q, which is this theoretical document that came before the canonical gospel. This is like Chewbacca defense, right? Like,
would you say that a lot of these scholars are just really eager to like make a new discovery and like put their mark on academia?
But so
that's just like so bad.
That's mostly been scrapped. Very few people think there was an actual Q now. But basically now most New Testament scholars think that the writers of different canonical gospels had access to the previously written one, which is much simpler, right? Because like St. Luke says at the beginning of his gospel, not only did he talk to people, but he said many people have written accounts of the life of Jesus, and that he was like compiling them. So why couldn't one of those that he looked at have been St. Matthew's gospel? Sort of much simpler and cleaner, right? Like hypothesis.